Narad Muni assures in the Srimad Bhagavatam, if a person gives up his occupational duties and takes to Krishna consciousness, strictly following all the rules and regulations, but if due to his immature execution of devotional service he falls down, there is still no loss for him. Whatever he does as service to the Supreme Lord, although it may be a small percentage of his whole life, will remain to his credit. He does not lose it. Bharat Maharaj left his worldly duties to perform devotional service in the forest. Due to becoming materially attached to a deer, he achieved a deer's body in the next life, but his devotional service was never lost. Very soon, in the subsequent life, he became Jada Bharata and achieved perfection. Thus, there is no loss in practicing devotional service if one falls down. On the other hand, one who perfectly executes his occupational duties but fails to worship Krishna ultimately gains nothing. Strictly discharging one's occupational duties means living a life of piety. One is promoted to the heavenly kingdom, and as the effects of your pious activities are finished, one will be forced to return to this planet. One must return here in the next life to accept the beneficial results of his pious actions, which means he must accept another term of material life. So it is not a sound idea to hope for acquisition of the effects of pious activities. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated,
Prapya punyakritan lokan ushitva shashvati samaha shuchinam shrimadam gehe yoga bhrashto bhijayate athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrisham tatratam buddhi samyogam labhate purvadehikam yatate chatato bhuyaha samsiddho kurunandana.
That a man who enters upon the path of self-realization but does not complete the process, despite having sincerely tried to realize his relationship with God, is given a chance to appear in a family of Suchi or Shrimat. The word Suchi indicates a spiritually advanced Brahman, and Shrimat indicates a Vaishya, a member of the mercantile community. So the person who fails to achieve self-realization is given a better chance in his next life due to his sincere efforts in this life. If even a fallen candidate is given a chance to take birth in a respectable and noble family, one can hardly imagine the status of one who has achieved success. By simply attempting to realize God, one is guaranteed birth in a wealthy or aristocratic family. But those who do not even make an attempt, who want to be covered by illusion, and who are too materialistic and too attached to material enjoyment, must enter into the darkest regions of hell, as confirmed throughout the Vedic literature. Thus, the sinful suffer hellish conditions. The pious enjoy heaven and keep rotating in the wheel of birth and death. Only one who surrenders to the Supreme Lord through devotional service stands the opportunity to get out of samsara and return back home to Godhead. Surrendering to the Supreme Lord does not necessarily imply relinquishing all worldly duties to become a mendicant. It only indicates offering all our thought, word, and deed in the service of the Supreme Lord in whatever situation we may be. Founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, explains in the Krishna book, renunciation is not as important as enhancing one's attachment to Krishna. The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for this purpose. We are preaching the principle that it does not matter whether a man is a sannyasi or a grihastha, householder. One simply has to increase his attachment for Krishna, and then his life is successful.